Welcome back. We're ready for the men's mile, and it should be a good one. Sami Lanat of Kenya, who we saw earlier in the 800 meters, will perform pacing chars for a great field, including Marcus O'Sullivan of Ireland, now well into his 30s, and the most recent member of the 100 sub-4-minute mile club.
Only two others have done it. Steve Scott from the United States and New Zealand's John Walker, who we wish well as he struggles with Parkinson's disease, and we wish you the best, John. We're thinking of you, and our prayers are with you.
Brief look at Julian Marsh from Australia. Keep your eye on Daniel Komen of Kenya. There is Komen in yellow.
You know, I look forward to this race and to telling everybody about him. We can give all the credit we want to great former distance runners like Emil Zatopek and anybody you want to name. You can go back to Abebe Bikila, but there is nothing that the world has ever seen like the likes of Haile Gabriel Selassie, who is not here. This past week he received in New York City, the Ethiopian did, the world's outstanding athlete in the Jesse Owens annual black tie affair at the Waldorf Astoria. The other person who is just as equally brilliant is now in second place in this race, number 120, who is just 21 years of age. That is Daniel Komen, and he is absolutely unbelievable. We're talking about someone who, as a 21-year-old, ran 3:48 for the mile, who can step up and break world records at 5,000 meters, who has run 2 miles faster than Roger Bannister could average running 1 43 years earlier. It is just unbelievable what this man can do, Bob.
Just behind him.
And as important as his strength and speed is his resilience. Already this year, he has set the world record indoors at 3,000 meters and 5,000 meters. And here he is running an outdoor mile. You can expect great performances all summer long from number 120, Daniel Komen. In fact, next week, when the Nike Tour moves on to Sydney, Komen says he's going after his outdoor 2-mile world record of 7 minutes, 58 seconds.
It's just unbelievable. I mean, it was 1954 when the human race could do 1 mile that fast, and here's a man with no one close able to do 2 miles at that speed. And look at Sami Lanat, came back to try to be pace here, and he goes by in 1 minute 53 seconds, cruising along, way out in the lead with some excellent runners. Noah Ngini is in there, a superb runner from Kenya, along with Marcus O'Sullivan, who indoors on an 11-lap track at the Millrose Games ran 3:58. You know he's fit, and he is just dominating here.
There's Ngini being passed by Graham Hood of Canada. Ngini, the world junior record holder, 3 minutes, 50 seconds. Graham Hood knows all about just how good the Daniel Komens of the world are. Graham Hood ran a Canadian national record 3-minute, 51-second mile at Zurich, Switzerland last year and finished buried in the pack. I think he was 11th in that field, Larry.
Yeah, of course, Zurich has the most money. They give out $5 million for one night of track and field to the athletes. Think about that. Great, everybody gears themselves for Zurich and wants to be there. And there's Hood on the inside. And look at the gap that Komen has over brilliant runners, sub-4-minute milers, 3:52 milers. Just amazing. And here he goes by in 2:53, and he is cruising. Look how comfortable he's striding along, and he's decimating a world-class field. It's for him like he's just out there running an easy run.
Quick look over his left shoulder. No distress at all in the face of Daniel Komen. Now picking up the pace again.
You know, as a 17-year-old, he broke 14 minutes, just under that, in 1993 for 5,000 meters. And he turns around 2 years later and breaks 13 minutes for 5,000 meters. Who ever heard of this? And he says, I can still break the world record. I know how much better I can do. American Bob Kennedy has a great comment about this guy, Bob, the great 5,000-meter runner from the U.S. And his comment very quickly is, he said, I've trained with all the great Kenyans. He said, but this guy is, quote, out there. He just is beyond anybody's pale. No one can stay with him.
To the line, unopposed, breezing with the ease of a Sunday jogger. Daniel Komen wins. Great battle for second there between the rising young Kenyan star Noah Ngini and Marcus O'Sullivan. Once again, sub-4-minute mile number 101.
There you see the margin between this pack of world-class talented athletes and Daniel Komen. And to just reiterate the point, even by this race standards, it is Daniel Komen who is out there all alone. What a great season it will be when Haile Gebrselassie and Daniel Komen later this summer hook up in their rivalry, which is already storied.
There you see the results. A 3:53 mile, perhaps the easiest I have ever seen at that great speed. With all due respect to Marcus O'Sullivan, that may be number 102.